fellow Toastmasters, guests, students. Last January, if you recall, there was a passage of a few days, perhaps it was just one Saturday afternoon, where it felt like spring. And I was sitting at dinner that evening with my wife and my daughter and the unfortunate collection of child hoodlums from the neighborhood that came along to dinner. And about halfway through dinner, I said to my wife, "I can't move." She looked at me, thinking I was joking, and I wasn't. This is the story of that experience. Many of you know I like to garden. Now, gardening is outdoor fun. And gratefully, I kind of come from the same tool issue zone as Mike does, although I do like implements. Tools are different. And that January day, I was very excited when I got home from work. See, I work a little bit on Saturday, and I got home, and I was just thrilled because it's January and I'm going to get a head start on the garden. And so I roared in from outside, jumped out of my car, get in the house, get changed, and I become the Tasmanian garden devil. Now, for those of you who remember the Tasmanian devil from the cartoon days, this animal would whirl a lot, but there was debris that would fly. That was me that day. I was outside. I used my implements. I got my rake going. I'm moving mulch. I'm changing the location of a compost pile. And if that wasn't enough, for some reason I thought, well, perhaps I'm going to get the ladder out. You know, there's gutters up on the house, and I'm not really quite sure when they've ever been cleaned out. So I just, whoa, let's just go do that. I have this faint memory of birds singing. Perhaps the sun was out and looked really colorful. I mean, it was a great afternoon. Except, you know, I'm over 50. And there's a couple of things that I perhaps forgot that day. So one of those things is I was not wearing my glasses when I came home. They were in my shirt, kind of like this. And in the process of changing from work clothes to garden clothes, you see I do have like a garden uniform. I didn't wear it today, but it involves a lot of dirt. I forgot that I hadn't taken some medications. That's right, I still have some leftover medications from the little kidney stone experience that some of you have heard about. And I'd forgotten to take that particular medication, and so I took that pill just in the fury of getting ready to go outside. And as it was going down, a thought dawned on me that perhaps I might have taken the wrong medication. It's hard to believe. I couldn't read the bottle. I went and grabbed the bottle again, and then I went around and found my glasses, and I looked at it. Oh, I just taken some Vicodin. Now, I'm not a recreational user of Vicodin. And the thought did occur to me at that moment that perhaps maybe I should just kind of like try to yak it up and start over again. And then I thought, oh, what the hell. Set it down, put the glasses away. I charged outside. It is the first time in my adult life that the birds have been quite so loud, that the sun has been quite so bright, that I felt so motivated. Motivated to not just plant spinach and peas, but actually I talked to the seeds that day. I gave them a motivational speech. I said, you have to grow. It's January. We're ahead of the clock. And then I went up the ladder. I don't like ladders. Apparently that day I loved them. I went to every gutter around the house and cleaned them out. And there was some pretty disgusting stuff. But it didn't seem to matter. I was thrilled. My wife tells me that she came outside. She'd returned home from visiting Grandma, and she came outside and she swears that she heard me singing while atop the ladder cleaning the gutters. That particular part of the episode I don't really remember, but I think it's a great fit for the day. So after being the Tasmanian devil and debris flying everywhere and raking of mulch and the mowing of things, you know, in January you really don't need to mow your yard. Didn't stop me. Got the mower out. It hasn't been run in several months. Had to pull on it, I don't know, maybe 70 or 80 or 100 times to get it started up. But after all that fun, I said to my daughter, let's take your friends to dinner. So we go to Izzy's. Now for those of you who don't frequent Izzy's, it's got all the great food groups. A lot of stuff that's fried, that's one food group. The other food group is a lot of stuff that involves cheese. And then the third food group is just kind of the excuse line, which is some degree of vegetables and dessert. And it was there when the analgesic properties of that particular medication stopped. And gratefully, I'd only been through the line once. That's why I couldn't move. Fellow